So hi Kaya, how are
Hi,
you?
good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
It's such a pleasure to have you here with me today. So tell me, how was the premiere last night? I saw that you got a little bit emotional.
A little bit. I got
Yeah, it was
very
so cute.
emotional. It was beautiful. I've never been to Brazil for work before. I've always come here to see my family and to relax, and so to get to come here with a movie and to meet the fans and just to see the love and support and kindness that they showed, it made me really proud to have Brazilian blood.
Yeah, and we are proud to have you here.
Thank you.
It's amazingly exciting. The Brazilian fans are the best in the world. Oh man, the decibel level, the screaming and calling my name, and they were so sincere, and the tears, and everyone had the book of Maze Runner to sign. One of the most exciting premieres I've been to.
So I was watching Score Trials and I realized there's a big difference between the first movie and this one.
Yes.
Did you also felt this while you were shooting the movie?
Yeah, straight away. I mean, with the first one, we only had 2 locations. With this one, we had 7, 8, 9 different places. This one just feels like a much bigger movie. It's a bigger adventure. It's scarier. It's darker. There's a lot more emotion. It focuses more on the friendships in the groups and betrayals and mistrust. And I think that's really exciting.
It is. So your character, Jorge, right, is such a badass. How did you inspire yourself to create him?
I was inspired from the book that James Dashner wrote, and then really loved the script that was given to me. I like that Jorge is a surprise. You don't know if he's evil or if he's good. You don't know what his intention is other than to survive is the number one intention, and to take care of his would-be daughter Brenda. So Jorge has got to be ready. Even his 45, you know, it is a very old style pistol. I love it. It reminds me of being in a Western.
So what about the crank scenes, like running and hiding? Were there like real people or effects?
They were real people, and they were actually our friends. They were our stunt doubles. So we knew them really, really well. And we didn't know that they were going to be the cranks. So the day we arrived on set and they were dressed up in the makeup, they did 7 hours of makeup to look like the cranks. Because Wes wanted us to have something real to run from. And when we saw them, we were really freaked out. And when they actually started chasing us, we didn't know how fast they were going to be. So it was terrifying, and they did such a good job. All those movements, all those sounds, they did that all themselves.
Yeah, I know they were like really creepy.
Yeah, really creepy. And
really,
they still
really.
look human, which is what's kind of creepy as well.
You had done some great TV show before. What's the biggest difference between cinema and television?
For me, with TV, you have to shoot very quickly. We shot 8 episodes in 4 months for Skins, so it was very, very fast. But I loved that you get so long to be a character and you get to explore, and every episode is different. Something new is going to happen. I like the excitement of that. With a movie, you know at the beginning everything that's going to happen, and you have more time to prepare. You can talk about the characters more, you can change the dialogue more. They're very different. There's not one that I prefer over the other, but they are very different.
So the movie takes place in the desert. Did you guys really went to a real desert?
Yes, we did. We were shooting in a place called Albuquerque in New Mexico, which is very barren, very dry, and at very high altitude. So I got really sick, I got dehydrated, and a lot of the boys didn't feel well. It was a very dry, cold desert because we were there in winter. And especially at nighttime, we had snow and lots of sand and wind. Most of what you see is real. It's just the buildings that have been added in.
Were there any animals like snakes? I don't know.
We had a snake wrangler. So every day before we would go shoot in the bush, the snake wrangler had to go ahead of us with a stick to root out the snakes and see if there were any, because there are poisonous snakes in the desert. Also, we had to take a dirt road to get into the mountain, and you have to be very careful driving because the wild horses are just running around and they run across the road, or the cows are blocking the road and you have to stop and get the cow to move off the road. So we were in the country.
Now, if your character had his own book, which title would it have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Mysteries of the desert.
That's really good. Really good. Really good.
Oh, wow.
It's hard.
That is hard. That is hard. I think for Jorge it would be freedom and justice.
Yeah, that's good, but I think hermano would suit the
Hermano.
The fans want to know, which couple from the movie do you ship the most? Are you familiar with the word ship?
I know shipping. I think I ship Newt and Thomas.
Yes!
My favourite ship.
The fans love this ship.
Yeah,
like,
they're a great ship.
they were like, ask her about Newtmas, Newtmas.
Newtmas.
Yes.
I would say Thomas and Rosa.
Kaya, what do you think that Effie from Skins would do if she were in Teresa's situation?
I think she'd take a load of drugs and get drunk and not think about it.
And hang out with the gladers?
She'd hang out with the cranks, I think. I think she'd have a party with it. She'd stay at the party. You know, the party in the movie?
Yeah.
She wouldn't leave. She'd go, do you know what? I'm happy here.
I'll be here
This is my new home. And that's where she would live.
Yeah,
Which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's totally what she would do.
Yeah.
So that's it. Is there something you want to talk about the movie to make the fans feel way more excited than they already are?
I think that they're just going to really love how big it is and how much of an adventure it is. And you're going to get to see so much more of the relationships between the characters. And there's plenty of newness in there for everyone.
Oh, wow. Well, I think if they haven't seen it, this movie is a spectacular ride of unexpected consequence. If you saw the first Maze Runner movie, you were locked in the maze. This movie, you come out from the maze and anything can happen, so see it. Prova de fogo.
So that's it. I hope you all enjoy. I hope you enjoyed staying here with me.
I did.
So,
Obrigada.
muito obrigado a você. E é isso.
Obrigada.
Eu posso tirar uma foto com você?
Sim.